Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we learn about amines. Amines as a derivative of ammonia with one or more hydrogen replaced with alkyl or aryl group. So on this basis we can say that we classify the amines as a primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary ammonium salt. Primary amines. When one alkyl or aryl group is bonded to the nitrogen atom, we call it as a primary amine. Secondary amines, when two alkyl or aryl group bonded to the nitrogen atom, it is called as a secondary amine. Now these alkyl or aryl group can be same or they can be different. Like over here, the example of piperidine is given, in which nitrogen is a part of cyclic system and it is bonded with the 2 carbon atom, and it is called as a secondary amine, as the 2 hydrogen of nitrogen has been replaced with alkyl group, so it is called as a secondary amine. Tertiary amine, here 3 alkyl or aryl group bonded to the nitrogen atom. Again, these alkyl or aryl group can be same or they can be different. Like here, the 2 ethyl group and 1 phenyl group is attached to the nitrogen atom, and total 3 hydrogen of the ammonia has been replaced with the alkyl and aryl group, so it is called as a tertiary amine. Quaternary ammonium salt, when 4 alkyl or aryl group bonded to the nitrogen atom and nitrogen is carrying positive charge, this is called as a quaternary ammonium salt. Like over here, tetraethyl ammonium iodide is shown, and with pyridine one butyl group is bonded and we say it that it is N-butyl pyridinium bromide. Now talking about the importance of amine, that why should we study the chemistry of amine. So we say that amines are very important class of organic compound and they perform many important functions inside the living organisms, like bioregulation of many biological processes. Amines are neurotransmitter. Amines act as a defense against many predators, and due to their high biological activity, now many amine-based medicines and drugs are synthesized. And we say that they are the important constituent of amino acid, so they are very important for the structure formation. Structure of some amines and their uses are given. Dopamine, it is a neurotransmitter. Epinephrine, it is also an hormone and adrenal hormone that is released at the time of stress and controls the heartbeat rate and blood supply to the muscles at the time of stress. L-tryptophan. L-tryptophan is an amino acid, and that is very important for the growth of children, and it is also very important for the regulation of the nitrogen amount inside the body. Piperazine is a medicinal compound that is actually used to kill the intestinal worm. Nicotinic acid, niacin, it is a vitamin and it is very important for the proper growth of proper functioning of our body, and this is responsible for the release of many other hormones like serotonin, that is called as a generally called as a hormone of happiness or mood control. Pyridoxine is a vitamin B6 and it is also very important vitamin and needs for proper supply of blood to the heart and skin growth. and this also leads to the regulation or secretion of other hormones. Histamine is also an hormone and dilates the blood vessel and make the blood supply easier. Now we say that many amines are actually those compounds that act as a defense against the predators, and alkaloids is a class of those amines which are synthesized by the plants and that are used to protect them from being eaten by the insect and other animals. So we say that alkaloids in the minor quantity are being used in some medicines, and they are mostly used as a painkiller. But all the alkaloids are poisonous, and the minor poisoning of the alkaloid cause hallucination. Hallucination is actually that condition in which a person experience or person talk about those things which do not exist, and like we can say that it is daydreaming. And next is euphoria is also a condition of happiness or excitement and peacefulness, and if the alkaloids are taken in the larger quantity they can cause death. Here some amines and their sources are given. Structure of amine. We say that in case of ammonia, nitrogen is sp3 hybridized, but its shape is not tetrahedral shape because of the presence of bulky lone pair of electron that compress the hydrogen atom that was bonded to the nitrogen atom in case of ammonia, and compresses the normal bond angle of tetrahedral shape that was 109 degree to 107 degree. So when we are talking about the amines, like over here, the structure of trimethylamine is shown, in which the bond angle has been somewhat open from 107 to 108 degree, because this carbon group are the bulky group and they open up the bond angle to 108 degree. Now talk about the methods for the preparation of amines. We say that there are some methods that focus on the preparation of primary, secondary and tertiary amine, while some method only focus on the preparation of primary amine. So the first method that is given over here is used for the synthesis of primary, secondary and tertiary amine. Reductive amination, and in this method we made to react ammonia or an amine to a aldehyde or a ketone, and this results to the formation of amine or an oxime as an intermediate, which on further reduction leads to the formation of amine. So we say that it is most common method for the synthesis of amine, and mostly starts with ammonia or amine and add more alkyl group. This method converts ammonia to primary amine to secondary amine, and secondary amine to tertiary amine. Primary and secondary alkyl group can easily add it to the ammonia or amine. So it is two-step process. In the first step, amine or oxime derivatives are formed from the aldehyde or ketone, and then they reduce to amine. So primary amine is taken over here, which is made to react with an aldehyde or a ketone, and this leads to the formation of amine, which is being reduced to secondary amine. Primary amine are mostly formed by condensation of hydroxyl amine with aldehyde or ketone followed by reduction. So hydroxyl amine, actually this hydroxy group increase the nucleophilicity of this nitrogen, and this can better attack on this carbonyl carbon, and oxime is formed as an intermediate. Oxime is when carbon is double bonded with the nitrogen atom, that is further bonded with the hydroxy group, that is called as a oxime. And this oxime reduction leads to the formation of primary amine. And this oxime reduction is taking place actually in hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst and leading to the formation of pentane 2 amine. Secondary amine are formed by the condensation of primary amine with ketone or an aldehyde and results in the formation of amine, which on further reduction forms secondary amine. Primary amine is made to react with an aldehyde or ketone, and amine is formed as a intermediate when carbon is double bonded with the nitrogen atom, that is called as a imine. And amine in the presence of suitable reducing agent like lithium aluminium hydride leads to the formation of secondary amine. As the starting material was primary amine, so the product will be secondary amine. Another example is given in which acetone is made to react with aniline, and we say that we obtain N-phenyl isopropyl amine. And this N-phenyl isopropyl amine on further reduction with lithium aluminium hydride is leading to the formation of phenyl isopropyl amine. Tertiary amine. Tertiary amines are formed by the condensation of secondary amine with ketone or aldehyde, and we say that these aminium salts are obtained, and these aminium salts are highly unstable. They are readily reduced inside the reaction mixture to amine. So we say that actually these aminium salts that are formed as an intermediate must be reduced by such a reducing agent that can only reduce this aminium bond but does not reduce this ketonic bond or carbonyl bond that is present between aldehyde or the ketone. So here we say that we will use sodium triacetoxyborohydride, that is a mild reducing agent as compared to sodium borohydride. It will only reduce this aminium bond to the amine but does not reduce this carbonyl bond. So this is used as a reducing agent over here. Formerly a more toxic compound, that was sodium cyanoborohydride, was used. So because of its toxicity, it has been replaced with a more suitable compound, that is sodium triacetoxyborohydride. Another example is given in which cyclohexanone on a reaction with secondary amine leads to the formation of aminium salt, and this aminium salts on further reduction with sodium triacetoxyborohydride leads to the formation of N-dimethyl cyclohexylamine. Next method is acylation reduction. This method is also used for the preparation of primary, secondary and tertiary amine, just like the reductive amination. So here we say that the primary amine is made to react with acid chloride in the presence of solvent like pyridine or NaOH to form amide, and this amide on further reaction with lithium aluminium hydride leads to the formation of alkylated amine. Primary amines are formed by the reaction of acid chloride with ammonia, and this leads to the formation of primary amide, and primary amide on further reduction with lithium aluminium hydride is forming primary amine. Secondary amines are also formed by the reaction of acid chloride with a primary amine, and substituted amide is obtained, and this N substituted amine leads to the formation of secondary amine. Again, acid chlorides are made to react with secondary amine for the preparation of tertiary amine, and N disubstituted amide is obtained, which on further reduction form tertiary amine. Here we say that the alkyl group that is added to the nitrogen atom is only the primary alkyl group, because it is this carbonyl or amide group that is being reduced to CH2 group. So the one limitation to this process is that the alkyl group that is added to the nitrogen atom can be only the primary alkyl group. Ammonolysis of alkyl halide, and that is also called as a direct alkylation. So we say that here this method actually focus on the preparation of primary amine, because primary amine are very important as they are used in the synthesis of many other amine. So this method is better used for the preparation of primary amine. We say that in aqueous or alcoholic solution of ammonia, the primary alkyl halide get converted into primary amine. The reaction proceed by SN2 mechanism. So the substrate should be less substituted or less hindered. Alkyl halide, when made to react with excess of ammonia, it is forming a primary amine and ammonium salt. 1-bromopentane is made to react with ammonia and pentane 1-amine as well as ammonium bromide is formed. We say that this reaction is of limited use because aromatic halides does not favor nucleophilic substitution reaction, as we have talked about that the reaction is nucleophilic substitution reaction. So unless aromatic compounds are having electron withdrawing group on them, they do not favor the nucleophilic substitution reaction. And we say that aliphatic halide undergo the formation of side product and over alkylation will take place. As this reaction undergo to the formation of amine, but the chances of over alkylations are present, like it is shown over here that alkyl halide when made to react with ammonia, it form primary amine salt, which on further reaction with ammonia is forming primary amine and ammonium salt. Now this primary amine can be attacked by another molecule of alkyl halide and again leads to the formation of secondary amine salt, and this secondary amine salt on further reaction with ammonia, as it is in equilibrium with the secondary amine and ammonium salt, and this secondary amine can be further attacked by the another molecule of alkyl halide and form tertiary amine salt, and this tertiary amine that is in equilibrium with its salt can finally attacked by another molecule of alkyl halide and leads to the formation of quaternary ammonium salt. So here we say that good yield can be obtained if we are going to take the larger amount of ammonia. Only in that case the probability for alkylating the ammonia, mean chances of collision of alkyl halide molecule with the ammonia molecule are larger. So the primary alkylated product will be formed, or we can say that primary amine will be formed in a good yield as compared to the other amine derivative. And we also say that only the primary alkyl halide can only give the good yield in this reaction. Tertiary and secondary halides mostly undergo the elimination reaction rather than substitution reaction. So in that case good yield is not obtained. Only in primary alkyl halide the substitution reaction dominates and good yield will be obtained when ammonia is made to react with primary alkyl halide. Next method is Gabriel synthesis. Gabriel synthesis is also the method that is actually focused on the preparation of primary amine, and this method is more authentic method for the preparation of primary amine without the danger of over alkylation. So here we say that in 1887, Sigmund Gabriel developed the Gabriel amine synthesis for making primary amine without the danger of over-alkylation. He used phthalimide anion as a protected form of ammonia that cannot alkylate more than once. So phthalimide has one acidic proton N2H that is abstracted by potassium hydroxide to give phthalimide anion. Phthalimide, it has one acidic proton that is picked up by the base and leads to the formation of phthalimide anion, and this phthalimide anion can be alkylated only once, and this is now the protected form of ammonia because it cannot be further alkylate. This phthalimide anion is a good nucleophile and it can easily displace the tosylate ions or halide ions from the alkyl halide or tosylates. So here an alkyl phthalimide is obtained, and on further reaction with hydrazine in the presence of heat, this an alkyl phthalimide will get converted into phthalimide hydrazide, that is a stable compound and primary amine. Another example is shown. Isopentyl bromide on a reaction with phthalimide anion leads to the formation of N-isopentyl phthalimide, and this N-isopentyl phthalimide on a reaction with the hydrazine leads to the formation of isopentyl amine. 95% yield is obtained. Mechanism is shown in which base is picking up the proton and leads to the formation of phthalimide anion, which is a good nucleophile and can easily attack on SN2 substrate, mean primary alkyl halides in a better way, and this leads to the formation of an alkyl phthalimide, and this N alkyl phthalimide on heating with hydrazine leads to the ring opening reaction, and this on further rearrangement leads to the formation of phthalimide hydrazide and a primary amine. Azide reduction, like phthalimide anion, azide is also a good nucleophile that can be alkylated once, and it can also displace the leaving groups from unhindered primary and secondary alkyl halide. Mostly we use primary alkyl halide for the reaction with azide ion. So azides are easily reduced to primary amines by lithium aluminium hydride or catalytic hydrogen. Alkyl azides can be explosive, so they are reduced without the purification. We say that alkyl halide or tosylates are made to react with sodium azide by SN2 mechanism, and alkyl azides are formed. Alkyl azides can no more be alkylated, so on simple reduction they will form amine. Examples are shown over here. 1-bromo 2-phenyl ethane on a reaction with sodium azide leads to the formation of 2-phenyl ethyl azide, which on further reduction with lithium aluminium hydride leads to the formation of 2-phenyl amine. And another example is conversion of cyclohexyl bromide to cyclohexyl amine. Azide react with many other electrophiles, like it is shown over here that it is undergoing epoxide ring opening reaction, and this leads to the formation of alcoholic amine. Cyanide. Ion is also a good SN2 nucleophile like azide ion, and it can also displace the unhindered primary or secondary alkyl halides and tosylate, and the product that is obtained as an intermediate is nitrile, and this nitrile on further reduction with the catalytic hydrogen or lithium aluminium hydride leads to the formation of amine. Examples are shown over here that 1 bromopropane is being converted into butane 1 amine. Here you see that the starting material is propane and the ending material is butane. So we say that in this case starting material has one less carbon atom because the cyanide synthesis add both carbon and nitrogen. The product contain one more carbon as compared to the starting material in reduction of cyanides. We say the cyanide ion added to ketone and aldehyde and form cyanohydrin as an intermediate, and this cyanohydrin on further reduction leads to the formation of amino alcohol. Reduction of nitro compound. Both the aromatic and aliphatic nitro compound can be reduced to amine, and most common method of reduction are catalytic reduction, acidic reduction by active metal, or reducing agent like lithium aluminium hydride. So we say that both aliphatic and aromatic nitro group can be easily reduced to amines. Aromatic reduction of nitro compound to the amine is very important because these reactions are mostly used by the dye industry for the preparation of the azo dyes. As we know that mostly the derivatives of derivatives of aniline are mostly used for the azo coupling. Thank you so much, student. This is it for today, and in the next video we will discuss about the reaction of amine.